Yeah, it's your boy Crypto Blood. Welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshi. It is July 5th, 2018. Hope you guys had a great July 4th Independence Day, as we call it here in America. I want to give a shout out to my man Mexican Charlie Lee. Finally, bro, I got your song. What you know about this Royce the 5'9"? Boom. This is a classic. Thanks for the song request, brother. But again, I hope you guys had a great holiday. Those in America celebrating. Man, I did. I just relaxed. I didn't even do a video. Just chilled out. Not too much action going on in the markets on yesterday. We'll take a look at that in a minute. But what I did post something. I posted this. Had to show you guys I still got skills. Look at that. Get off me. Boom. Yeah, I used to play b-ball and was quite good at it too. You can ask anybody around this city that knows me. But hope you guys had a great time yourselves. I did, over my family's house. We actually went downtown as well. Rode Belle Isle. Did a lap around Belle Isle on the bicycle. Got the cardio in. But yeah, man, let's get right into it for today. We're going to be talking about Ethereum Classic. I haven't talked about them, actually. I used to trade them last year. Doubled my money a couple of times, actually, with trades in the Ethereum Classic. Shout out to my man John App for that one. And then secondly, we're going to talk about Malta. Malta has given clear legal certainty when it comes to cryptocurrencies. They're the first to do it. We need more countries to do this. That way, capital can come in and invest into these type of cryptocurrency startups and industry. We need that in order to really further the adoption of cryptocurrencies around the world, really. So great to hear that Malta has done this. I know a few startups from back in the day that organized in Malta. So this is great, man. They'll probably see an uptick in business formations in Malta as well. So we'll take a look at that too. But first, market cap, $272 billion. Bitcoin's dominance is at 42.13%. If we take a look here, this thing is just playing with us, people. It will not give me a clear indication that we're on the bull run. And honestly, it's kind of showing me that we're stalling and losing speed. So if we look here, I'm going to try to zoom in because it's pretty zoomed out there. We are right at my line. And so and this is from Bitstamp's exchange. Some other exchanges may be a little higher, some may a little lower, but I follow it off at Bitstamp, and this is just not giving me anything good here. And honestly, it's really making me think that we're running out of steam. I haven't looked at volume, but I can just study price action and see that this move here, let me just draw this for you guys really quickly. This move is shorter than this move, and that's definitely shorter. I'm just gonna group all of these together. Shorter than this move. So as you can see, we're losing momentum in the pumps up. In between, we have these periods of settling. At this point, I don't know, man. If we can't make any further moves up, people, we're going down. I hope we don't, because a lot of us have a lot of stuff riding on this, especially in the mining. For me, mining contracts set up. Bought them at very good prices. So we need to see these moves up in the market, people. EOS is doing pretty good. It's down 2% in the last 24 hours, but 7 days is up 15%. Neo up hugely, 38%, almost 39% in 7 days. That's great. They're doing something good. I don't know what's going on over at Neo. I like Neo. And Ethereum Classic. This is the one I want you guys to pay attention to. I'm going to give you my strategy for the remaining of this month on Ethereum Classic, and we're going to read a little Reddit post by a gentleman, and we can talk about it as well. So let's go ahead and get into this. Is the Ethereum Classic Reddit post that I want to go over and just get your feedback and response to this article, or this post I should say. It says, I'll admit I dismissed ETC in the beginning, but Says here, after the fork took place, I honestly didn't imagine Ethereum Classic would have lasted this long, primarily because I didn't think it would maintain much dev support. Without this sounding like a big circle jerk, I just want to say that first, I was wrong, obviously. Two, I'm glad I revisited Ethereum Classic. And he says here, I'm a little late to the Ethereum Classic party, but I see this is a great community. And by the looks of its current roadmap, the platform seems to have a promising future. Proud to have it in my portfolio. And he says, lastly, also Emerald Wallet kicks ass. It's fast and I love it. Here are a few comments that I thought were interesting. Here's one by Magistocrat. He says here, I am too. I had already sort of heard of Ethereum Classic, but it wasn't until I was ready to launch P3C.io that I really sort of understood what ETC was offering over Ethereum in terms of immutability guarantees. Now I'm on board and easily see it's growing quite large of a community. And then there's some other stuff in here. People are talking about this guy is clearly a Ethereum shiller. Community means nothing. You should look at investments like in popularity of Verge, have good community too, but that doesn't mean it's worth anything. Why would any company choose Ethereum Classic over Ethereum? I'm curious. What can ETC offer a multi-million-dollar company to invest into ETC, not Ethereum? People should stop investing with emotions. It sounds like you are Tommy X2 investing with emotions there, brother. This is a rebuttal to that statement. Monster221 says, why does it have to be a company? Anyone can choose ETC to develop anything they want. What if some guy wants to make something useful to him or his friends, family, or community? Speaking of companies, what does Ethereum have to offer right now that ETC doesn't? Hype, that's all. That's why every scam ICO is going on there. More money to be made. A real project doesn't really have much of an incentive to use one over the other from a technical perspective. And who says anyone has to choose? Why is everyone so obsessed with big hype-driven projects and companies? The value of the native token correlates roughly with how useful the network is. ETC is very useful. So yeah, those are good points in the thread on this Reddit post. I personally think here's what I'm just going to tell you guys what I'm doing. I bought some Ethereum Classic this morning, and the reason is the same reason I got back into Litecoin at $3.50. I saw the trend, I saw a buzz around the community at that time. It was February of last year, 2017, and I kind of was positioning myself ahead of Coinbase. Now this time, Coinbase has telegraphed and said that they're going to be adding Ethereum Classic to their platform. Now, they didn't say when. However, a lot of rumors, a lot of buzz going on in the streets. People are saying that July 16th is when Ethereum Classic will be launched on Coinbase. When that happens, just like a Litecoin and just like Bitcoin Cash, you're going to have, Coinbase is the biggest, I think, in the United States as far as onboarding people into cryptocurrency. So if they see they have 5 choices, they're going to just naturally, not even thinking that you can buy you can buy $50 worth of cryptos in Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin Cash. You don't have to buy a whole coin. That's one misconception that's still prevalent. But let's say people know that it's just human nature that people like to buy an asset that has a lower price. Animal spirits and behavioral economics, that starts to play into that. So they're going to see those 5 up there, right? And out of those 5, guess what? Ethereum Classic is going to be the cheapest by far. $17 right now. So people are going to buy that, and there's going to be an option. You give a person an option, they're going to buy it. They're going to use it. They're going to, that's just how it is. So I bought, I'm going to continue to buy. And once it does drop on Coinbase, it's going to more than double, I think. So just because of sheer volume of orders that Coinbase gets on a daily basis. So Even if they don't drop on July 16th, I'm still going to buy into it all the way up until, they actually drop it and launch it on Coinbase. So let me know your thoughts on Ethereum Classic. Do you hold any? Are you a part of the community? I'm not. I don't follow the project that closely at all. I know that Hoskins was over there for a long time. Now he's with Cardano. But yeah, you guys let me know. Should I really start looking into it and not just look at it for a trade, but look into it to and ultimately invest long term? But on to the second article for today. This is good news. Malta becomes first world jurisdiction with legal certainty for cryptocurrencies. It says here, the Parliament of Malta has officially passed 3 bills into law establishing a legal certainty for cryptocurrency businesses. The country's policy makers approved their third and final reading on July 4th, ironically enough. First, to provide legal certainty. A local media reported July 4th that the Parliament has approved 3 bills, essentially enacting them into law. These are the Malta Digital Innovation Authority Act, the Innovative Technological Arrangement and Services Act, and the Virtual Finance Asset Act. According to Malta's Junior Minister for Financial Services, the country is the first one to provide legal certainty to the cryptocurrency field. Shimbri also said that this move for the Maltese Parliament will facilitate investors as companies now have the necessary means to operate in a fully regulated environment. He also added that this will hopefully attract further investment into the country. He says here, I am optimistic that further companies will choose Malta to operate from with a system that offers stability and that will eventually result in further economic growth. What do the laws regulate? So here are the 3 bills that I mentioned at the top of this article. The Virtual Financial Assets Act regulates initial coin offerings. It sets forth prerequisite steps that each project has to go through in order to be compliant. One of the interesting requirements is that each issuer needs to make his financial history public. Interesting. The second one is the Malta Digital Innovation Authority Act. Stipulates the setup of an industry-specific body governing the development as well as the implementation of certain guiding principles set forth in the Act. The new formulated body will also have regulatory functions. The body is to be known as the Malta Digital Innovation Authority. And then thirdly, the Innovation Technology Arrangements and Services Act defines blockchain-based enterprises and makes them recognizable in the eyes of the law. It is designated to serve as the basis for the operation of the previous 2 laws. So yeah, man, this is good. You guys let me know. I think we all can agree that this is something that other first world jurisdictions and countries need to really take on. But we know countries like the United States, it's hard to move fast because we're so bogged down with the whole legislative process. It really slows everything down. It adds costs to everything. And I hope at some point blockchain can really, unfortunately, I hate to say this, get rid of a lot of these unnecessary jobs in Congress and in the Senate and quite frankly in Washington D.C., the capital. So we'll have to see what happens with this. You guys let me know. Great move by Malta. Definitely will increase their GDP going forward as cryptocurrencies continue to make its name be known. So yeah, you guys check that out. I'll leave a link to both of those. Make sure you like and subscribe. Definitely, I forgot to say that. And also, before we get out of here, jump over to cryptoblood.io. Get you one of those shirts, people, only $24.99. And also, I want to just remind you guys, the algorithm, that the trading signal will be opening up again here in the next week or so. I'll start to take pre-orders. We'll have 50 slots available. So definitely, if you're interested, come check us out. I got to update. I'm going to update the performance thus far for all 4 pairs. We have 4 pairs. We're going to be voting on 1 more pair to add to the trading room. you'll get this price, $237 if you pre-register, but the price for the second cohort will be $250 for 3 months. Check it out when it's available, and I'll holler at you guys later. Peace. Classic right here.